Alrighty y'all, so out here early morning, welcome to the channel, and glad you guys are tuning in with us. Awesome early morning bite. Sunrise is beautiful this morning. I'm literally setting up the camera, like, I don't even have the chest cam on completely, bag is still out. First cast here, top water. These fish are on. Wanted to show you this first fish, probably about a two pounder. Alright, first fish of the morning. Number one. Hopefully we can put 5 in quick on top water. Quick little intro for you. Like I said, awesome sunrise. Gonna try to catch a lot of big fish, a lot of top water fish today. So I'm gonna let y'all go, get this chest cam on. We're gonna switch it up. You a good fish? No, you're not bad though. Not bad. I was sitting here playing with the graph. Man. Bad fish, another probably 2 pounder. 2 pounds even. Alright, so the general game plan today was to come out here and shut that off and have like a fish off, but my top water bite didn't pan out the way that I kind of needed it or expected it to. And there's a really good offshore bite out here for numbers. Myself at least, I've yet to find some big fish. Definitely a ton of topwater action this morning, but I thought there was gonna be a lot better quality of fish going through there, not a ton of little 1.5, 2 pounders. We're gonna mess around here, try to start graphing some grass here. I've got tons of waypoints all around this area, but again, just trying to find the pepper grass, trying to find the good stuff, and see what we can rivet up here. Got some work to do, I tell you that much. Come here. Little guy at the boat. So this is my current situation. Something was seriously wrong with this motor guide, but I went all the way through checking terminals, checking all this, connections, this and that. I get to this. You can see it doesn't look like the others, right? This one's tight, tight, tight. Well, if I keep it where it's at, it's loose, right? And I push the button. I get prop spin. If I take this and close it tight, nothing. I'm gonna just barely break the spin. That connection is off, and I'm walking you through this. This is why I tell people to get comfortable and recognize your equipment, so you know when you have to fix it, you can go back and do it yourself. I'm gonna go back to my battery box here. Not gonna be able to get you a good view. Multimeter, I'll put this right here. You guys watch right there. This is battery 1, reading 9.3 volts like the little tester said. Battery 2 is reading 12 volts. I'm gonna come back to the bow of the boat now. To my battery tester 1. Remember I told you, once it drops below like 10 volts, this tester just doesn't read it anymore. It recognizes it as low. So low, battery 1, 9 volts. Battery 2, 12 volts. So what I'm gonna do now, just for fun, is I have another battery back here. And I'm gonna come into here, take this low voltage out and take that out and see what it does as far as trolling motor power. This is why I tell you, I mean, I should have done this months ago, and I was laughing about it the other day when I had to put new pumps in here. When you get a boat, go through and recognize all the wiring and everything, so you're able to go back through and fix it yourself. This right here is a $200 just service charge, just looking at it. I've been looking at this for an hour, and it was a stupid little plastic connector that was buried in the bow. I would have never found it had I not gotten a flashlight and peeked down there and saw those little connectors. So, I mean, the extra 2 minutes it took for me to look a little farther, and you know, it's saving you a couple $100. But regardless, I'm going to take that battery out. What is happening, y'all? Have a little bit of a lunch break here, trying to knock out this video for you guys. So what, I'm gonna take this dang jacket off. Now what you guys just saw was a very interesting / frustrating day that I had out there on the water. Not every day is glorious, not every day is perfect. You don't go out there and bust them every day. Sometimes you run into boat issues. It happens down the road eventually to everybody. I don't care who you are. Gerald Swindle, Joe Bones, Weekend Warrior, whoever you are, you're gonna have boat problems eventually down the road. Unfortunately for me, it happens when I have to drive 3 hours down the highway to go fishing every weekend. So I drove down to Florida to get a little trip in, picked up my boat, took it to the lake, had an awesome morning, really good. As you saw, the sunrise was great. Caught a couple of fish, caught some good fish top water, caught some drop shots, some wacky rig fish. Found a lot of good pepper grass, and luckily I had the town on the back of the boat, because I was able to drop that thing down and be able to focus on some of those grass lines, but I ran into trolling motor issues. Now this is 3 days ago, and if you were keeping up on Instagram, on Bass Your Fishing Instagram page, I kind of had some live updates out there on the water and whatnot. Got another connector, ended up just getting a big old wire nut and just screwing those wires back together, and I went through and rewired the entire boat. The entire freaking boat. I did the entire new trolling motor lines, did a whole new main power lines. I mean, I did a lot of stuff, did a lot of work, and I'm glad that it's all over with. You know, I guess bad things like that have to happen to move on and get some better things going for the boat and, you know, for myself on the water and whatnot. So I fixed that little blue connector, big wire nut. The battery tester, I think, was really only going wrong because of that battery. That battery that I tested at 9 volts, that was a full charge. I put it on a slow charge for 2 volts for hours, and it wouldn't go over that 9 volts. So I ended up replacing another battery. So cha-ching, can't beat that. $160 battery, brand new battery in the boat. And my 2 trolling motors are running their own circuit, just the trolling motor. Then I have all my electronics and whatnot to my cranking battery. So new trolling motor up front, a couple new accessories, and a huge unboxing is on its way. Absolutely massive, probably one of the biggest that will be on YouTube in general, so keep your eye out to the channel for that. But this video is just to kind of seek attention for you guys that are bass boat owners. And you don't even have to own a bass boat. You can own a freaking kayak or a john boat or whatever. You can own a pontoon boat and get out there on the water, whatever you're doing. Recognize your equipment. Become comfortable with your equipment, so when things like this happen, you don't end up taking your boat down to a local marina and getting a $200 service charge. Me as a mechanic, I would have loved to have that boat in my shop and dug through 13 minutes of messing with wires, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was sitting here doing this, scratching and thinking it was a trolling motor because I just put new buttons in there. I'm thinking I messed something up. Troubleshooting wise, I should have just done that first, going right for the connectors, but you know, you live and you learn. But as I was saying, that would have been an awesome service charge. I mean, you would have been coughing out a couple $100 taking that thing to a marina plus parts. I mean, you're paying for labor and all this and that. So I'm not saying you have to buy a boat and then sit there and rewire the whole thing like some Mercury technician, but just get comfortable where everything is at. Your main connections, where your lines are starting, where they're ending, your fuse boxes, where your main power line, everything. From your master switch to your trolling motor to your cranking battery, everything like that. Just get comfortable with it. It's gonna make your life a lot easier when things like this happen, because they do. And if you're fortunate enough that doesn't happen on the water like it happened to me, you're able to catch it back home or at the ramp or wherever. But appreciate you guys tuning in today. Like I said, finishing up here on the lunch break, just did some last minute edits to the chest cam footage that you guys saw of the fishing that I was able to get in. Wanted to end out this video with a little outro and just kind of explain the final touches there. I spent a total of like 2 hours of my time. Nevertheless, things like that happen and you can't stop them, as I said. Appreciate you guys tuning in again. As I said before, there's massive
massive unboxing video. I think you guys are gonna like it a lot. Tons of gear, baits, rods, reels, electronics, you name it, stuff for the boat, it's on there. It's gonna be an awesome unboxing. Stay tuned to the channel for that. Tons of tackle equipment coming out as well, so just be aware. Keep up with Instagram, keep up with the channel. You return subscribers, I appreciate the constant support. New viewers, appreciate you guys hitting that subscribe button, join the family. You guys rock. And until next video, y'all stay tuned here to the Battle Series channel. Get out there, stay safe, stay stress free. Get out there, catch some big fish. We'll catch you right back here. Tight lines, y'all. Take it easy. See ya.